What's up guys, welcome back to Jay on Film. I'm Jay and this is my life on film. In this video we're going to talk about how you can film yourself on a budget. As a beginner filmmaker, I found that you really need to practice to get better, and I wanted to reflect that in a little short film. I'll be giving you guys 6 tips that have improved my solo filmmaking workflow, as well as the final results of using these techniques for your videos. First, let's watch the final product, and then I'll share how I practice filming myself and why you guys should do it too. Again, it's not enough. Watch your follow through. Again. That pass won't work in a game. Change it up. Again. Find a counter. And then a counter to that counter. Until no one can read your next move. Again. That's too much spin. Come on, adjust. There you go. Do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. You gotta keep going until it becomes second nature. The game rewards those who work hard. You just need to get your reps in, over and over and over. And then after that, you go again. Alright, let's get straight into it. The first tip is to use what you have. Pretty self-explanatory. Don't worry about your equipment. It's all about how you use it. For this video, all I used was my camera with the kit lens, my fisheye lens, which I reviewed in another video, a cheap tripod, a mic of your choice. I used this DJI mic to narrate, but you can even use the voice memo app on your phone. And finally, I used this little shooting grip that came with my Sony ZV-E10. No rigs, gimbals, or monitors needed. But if you have them, don't limit yourself. Use what you have. Alright, my second tip is there's no such thing as overshooting. Whenever you have a specific action, try to shoot it from a variety of angles. Wide, medium, and close. Those are the 3 main angles that you should try to get for all of your shots. Honestly, just shoot as much as you can because it gives you a lot more flexibility and it makes your videos more engaging. If you have to redo the action a couple of times, just go ahead and do it because it's worth it in the end. Even if you don't end up using all of your angles, at least you'll have them as a backup. So yeah, there's no such thing as overshooting. Thirdly, static shots are king, but get creative. Since you're filming yourself, most of your shots are going to be static, which is good in and of itself, but as filmmakers, especially if you're starting out like me, it's important to get creative with whatever you have. Here's a few examples. For this snorri cam scene, I used my tripod and my jacket. Usually, I use a belt for snorri cam because it's more secure, but I forgot to put it on my bag, so I just had to settle with the next best thing. I used my fisheye lens for this shot to make sure that everything was in frame, and then yeah, I just did my thing. Another shot was this little fixed perspective point of view with my water bottle. Basically, I mounted my camera on this shooting grip and I used it to hold the bottle and the camera at the same time. Even simple things like adding slow zooms in post will help create movement in your shots. But you just have to make it intentional. Don't just add random zooms and transitions. Make sure it works. Experiment and get creative. My fourth tip is to tell a story. It's a good habit to shoot as much as possible, but make sure that whatever you film relates to the story that you want to tell. Having a plan helps you to focus on the story, and it'll save you time when editing because you don't have to filter out the things that aren't relevant. It doesn't have to be too complicated. You can make a storyboard or even create a shot list like what I did for this video. Because even if you go off script, you'll be able to bring it back to your main storyline. Don't forget, tell a story. The fifth tip is to practice whenever you get the chance. Your ability to find interesting shots will come naturally with practice. And when I say practice, I don't mean go out and film a 20-second B-roll montage of grass, birds, and buildings. Go out and film yourself. Practice creating a story. Make the practice meaningful. You can film your hobbies or even the things that you do on a regular basis. The more passionate you are about something, the easier it is to come up with shots, because you yourself become the audience and you know what other people want to see. I mean, you're already doing these things regularly, so why not use it as a chance to practice your cinematography skills at the same time? My final tip is probably one of the most important for your final product. Sound is half of the video. It doesn't matter how good your shots are. If the audio is terrible, no one's gonna watch your video. Most of the sounds you hear in the short film are sound design, meaning they were added in during editing. Here are a couple before and afters. Basically, have an idea of the dynamics of your video. A couple of good questions to ask yourself is, what kind of music should I use? Where does it build up? What would you typically hear in a scene like this? I also edit to the music because it's more dynamic and it just has a better impact that way. If you want me to break down my sound design workflow, let me know in the comments below and I can make a video on it. Remember, sound is half of the video. Alright guys, those are my 6 tips to help you get better at solo filmmaking. I'm really enjoying the process of learning new skills and techniques, so I hope you guys have found this video helpful and that you've learned something new. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and say hi in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future, and I'll see you all again next week. God bless you and peace.